Hi iGCSE business students. There is one 12-mark question which will appear at the end of both paper 1 and paper 2, and the command word is evaluate. This video will include tips on how to answer the 12-mark question and show an example question and answer. At the very end of the video, there'll be a tip that senior examiners want you to know, so do stay on till the end. Do check the link in the description box for iGCSE business resources, including a free revision checklist. These videos might also be of interest to you. I'll put the link to them in the description box. If this video has been of value to you, please do click the like button and subscribe, as this will help YouTube push out the video to others who might also find it useful. For the 12-mark question, you are graded on AO1, AO2, AO3 and AO4. Now for AO1, you're expected to show accurate knowledge and understanding and include key concepts. Show your business knowledge. For AO2, you need to include detailed application. So the application means that you need to link your answer to the case study. So link it to the case study and make sure it's consistent throughout. Do ensure that you have 3 references to the case study. Link to the extract. For AO3, you need to deconstruct business information. So use detailed interconnected points with logical chains of reasoning. So use those connectives. The because leads to, therefore, those kind of connectives. And for AO4, you need to make a judgment. You need to provide a clear justification based on thorough evaluation of business information. You must have a conclusion for your 12-marker. And you are also graded on the evaluation that you should include within your essay. So there's one 12-marker per paper. Do ensure that you leave enough time to answer the 12-marker. You need to make sure that you show knowledge of key terms or concepts. So you might decide to start off your 12-marker with a definition at the beginning. That's a really good idea. But also show understanding of key concepts or topics within your essay. You must have interconnected points and explain them in the case study. So include those logical chains of reasoning, such as because leads to, therefore, as a result, this means that, and there are others. Use words such as on the other hand and however to bring in, to start off your evaluation, to show the examiner that you're focusing on an alternative viewpoint. You must make a judgment at the end. What issue have you also found in the judgment, and how could this be overcome? You should also include it depends on. So following the it depends on rule, examiners like to see that you're using the term it depends on. So use the term it depends on in your conclusion. This will enable you to gain evaluation marks if used properly. So it could depend on the cost to the business, what else is happening in the economy, the aims and the objectives of the business, or some other relevant factor. You will see a little later on, I will show you an example of how it depends on can be used. You could also give mention to the short-term impact and the long-term impact within your conclusion. This will also help you to gain evaluation marks. Let's take a look at a 12-mark question and answer. Evaluate why Huawei would carry out market research before designing a new product. You should use the information provided as well as your own knowledge of business. Huawei has to maintain the quality of its products to be able to compete with other businesses, as well as generating profit. It must also ensure that the products it produces meet the needs of its customers, as well as introducing new and different forms of technology. On its website, it states, Huawei are committed to bringing digital to every person, home and organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. In January 2019, Huawei launched the Huawei 10 Pro smartphone in the US at a cost of 5,353 renminbi. So you can pause the video now if you'd like and attempt the question. Let's take a look at our first paragraph. Market research is the process of gathering and analysing data about markets and consumers. By undertaking market research, businesses will be able to make informed decisions as to actions it should take. One reason why Huawei would carry out market research is because it will enable them to find a gap in the market. Spotting a gap in the market will give Huawei a better understanding of areas where there is a little competition within the tech industry. This means that they will have an understanding of areas where customer needs are not being met by existing products and can design products to meet customer needs. Huawei producing a watch that no other business is offering could mean that it sells more of the products, which would further lead to Huawei gaining a competitive advantage. However, as market research is expensive, this could have an impact on Huawei's financial situation and also impact on the development of other products such as tablets that Huawei makes and sells. Right, that was our first paragraph, and as you can see, there's been references to the case studies such as the tech industry and tablets. Mentioning the business's name alone is not considered as application. If you do need some tips on how to perfect your application, then do check out that video. I will put the link to it in the description box. Next paragraph. Another reason why Huawei would carry out market research before designing a new product is to help it make better business decisions. Huawei may want to make a change to add additional features or change the color of its smartphones before it does so. It may want to find out whether customers would respond positively to the change by using market research. By reviewing the comments made by potential customers, Huawei can see whether the changes are likely to be a success. This would lead to the new product having a higher chance of being successful and lead to increased revenue and increased customer satisfaction. On the other hand, there is no guarantee that the market research undertaken will be worthwhile. Customers' needs and wants are changing constantly in light of new technological developments, and the research undertaken may quickly be out of date. In conclusion, Huawei should carry out market research before designing a new technological product. This is so Huawei can make sure they're providing the right products at the right price and in the right place for customers, and enable them to meet the needs of customers for the different forms of technology in their portfolio. In order for market research to be effective, it does depend on the quality of the market research undertaken, and whether the research will be undertaken by an agency or in-house. In the short term, market research may be time-consuming. However, in the long term, it would aid Huawei, ensuring the products they produce meet the needs of its customers and with their commitment to a fully connected, intelligent world. And now on to a top tip. A top tip that examiners want you to know, that if you use additional paper to complete your 12 marker, which is fine, you must let the examiner know that you have continued on another sheet by writing continued or something similar is acceptable. If not, valuable marks could be lost. Thank you for watching this video. The next 2 videos that will appear on the screen are what YouTube thinks you should watch next.